The response rates are unbelievable. I mean, 20, 30, 40, 50% open rates, incredibly high response rates because they look like personal emails from someone you know, and they are.
To your knowledge, is this the first system like this that does it individually?
Yeah, to my knowledge, we don't know of anyone who competes with Folloze. Yeah, which is why we use them. But Itai's story was right. Like one of our sellers who was in the social selling program, we have a very robust social selling program, stumbled across Folloze somehow, sent it to us, and someone on my team was we have a pretty strong innovation motion in the team, was kind of like, well, that's interesting, and jumped on it and then blew it out from there. And once we started introducing it, both marketers and sellers took to it really quickly.
Are you using the one-to-many extensively, or is it still one-to-one?
I'd say one-to-one is the primary usage. One-to-many will become more common as the more marketers use it more often, right? I think this concept, sorry, hang on one second, I'll come to you in a sec. But the concept of field marketing automation, as we land that, as it becomes more of a field marketing automation motion, I think that's where the one-to-many starts to drive it. And you're also looking at better partnerships between sales and marketing here because you're sending things to people on behalf of their customers, so there's a handshake that's important to have there that works really well.
You've overcome the limitation of corporate-based ABM.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. But not in a way that's meant to usurp corporate, right? It's not meant to usurp corporate. It's not meant to go around corporate. It's none of that kind of stuff. It's more like corporate can only get to a certain level. And when they can't, nor should they, support an individual campaign for an event with 30 people in a local market. Like, how could they ever scale to that, right? But someone needs to send out an invitation for that that looks compelling. And corporate's produced a lot of really great content, and that's all that's going to be presented there, but how do you bundle that? What most sellers do, there is a really well understood motion right now. Almost every seller in B2B produces like a newsletter on like Sunday night while they're watching TV, and they send that to their customer base. This is something almost all sellers do. And for years they've been doing this. And they hate doing it because it looks kind of cranky and it looks poorly put together, but they're effectively cobbling together all these pieces from the company to try to show their customers what they should be reading. This allows them to do it in a more professional way, in a trackable way. One thing I will say about Folloze is that we've been a reference customer for them, and one thing that I've noticed is that their development speed and iteration speed is really high. So one of the decisions when we decide to go with a newer company, a big part of the decision is can they iterate on their app fast enough to get the new features we want in there, and they've been incredible at that, especially around privacy. There's a lot of obviously sort of sticky privacy stuff globally that we have to deal with, and they've been fantastic at getting that to happen.